Welcome back to the channel. For this one, I'm bringing you the FDez Werx XXL 2.0 comp slide and ported barrel for the P365 XMacro. I have over 2,000 rounds to this setup, spread between two different ported barrels. Nothing happened to the first one. I just needed a different color to go with the black and red theme. FDez Werx did send these to me to check out, review, and make some content with. And if you've been following my channel or my Instagram page, you already know I've been putting it to work. With that in mind, I am going to give you the information you're after in an unbiased way, wholly based on my individual experience with it. I definitely have enough time behind this to have an opinion, and if you're considering the setup for your P365, then you want to stick around. The XXL slide from FDez Werx is an extra long slide for your P365 XMacro. Uses the factory length 3.7-inch barrel and incorporates a built-in comp at the end of the slide. And they do offer these for the Sig P320 as well as the P365X and XL models too. The slide is made from a 416 stainless steel, which is heat treated. It's finished with a double black nitride finish, which FDez states is incredibly durable and resistant to corrosion. They do have Cerakote options if you're looking for something specific for a build you're working on. I don't know how many draw strokes I have with this between live fire and dry fire, but it's hundreds and hundreds of draw strokes from the holster. And the finish on the slide shows a little wear. It mainly shows wear near the front of the slide, which would be from the holster, but still, it's not much and it's not immediately noticeable, so the black nitride finish does seem to be rather durable. These do come with an option to have it cut for an optic. This will allow you to direct mount anything with an RMSC or 507K footprint. And as you can see, I have the HoloSun EPS direct mounted right to it. I've never had any issues with this coming loose or losing my zero from it, and it fits the slide like a glove. The integral comp itself is designed to redirect the gases coming from the end of the muzzle to help push the muzzle down and give you a much better, flatter shooting experience. Having shot this so much on the range, I'm convinced it does work. Between the comp and the extra weight, really seems to help keep the muzzle flip under control. In doing so, you have better control of your pistol under live fire, as well as improving the consistency of your dot returning to target with each shot. If you spend a lot of time on the range using your red dot, you'll likely notice how much easier it is to track your dot during recoil. You can also see these nice deep slide serrations on both the front and back ends of the slide, and these make it really easy to grip the slide when you need to do manipulations, whether that's loading a round, clearing your pistol to make it safe, or if you're clearing malfunctions. You can also opt for iron sights, which FDez Werx will install for a fee. The sights they offer do coat witness well. I'm pretty sure you'd call this a lower 1/3 coat witness, but it's great since your irons aren't clogging up the red dot window. With these small micro optics like the EPS carry or the HoloSun 507K, you don't have a lot of window space, so you don't want your irons taking that up. Let's talk about the barrel. The barrel uses the same 3.7-inch length barrel as the OEM XMacro barrel, and you can use your OEM barrel with this slide if you don't want to drop that money on the ported barrel. The barrels themselves are made of a 416R stainless steel, which has been heat treated, and the barrel has been holding up well. There's over 1,000 rounds through this specific one, and the wear on the hood seems minimal, and the barrel itself still seems to be in good shape. FDez Werx claims these ports have less than a 3% impact to ballistic performance, while simultaneously improving recoil mitigation. Now, I haven't ran this through a chrono to see what any potential feet per second loss might be, but I can tell you that it does feel like it does its job in regards to reducing muzzle flip and giving you a more pleasant shooting experience. The barrel is a drop-in fit, but it is designated to be used with only the FDez Werx XXL slides. If you're using a slide with a window cut from another company, there's no guarantee this is going to work to expectations. There are a few color options available for you, so you can get it to match that theme of yours. So check the website and see what they're offering. Hey, if you find this information helpful, or even if you're just entertained, hit the subscribe button for me, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. The slide and barrel do have a tight fit. Since the slide is significantly longer than the OEM barrel, you'll probably find some friction in these areas when trying to assemble or disassemble your slide. This can make assembly and disassembly a bit of a pain, but not impossible. Just take some patience and you can throw a little lubricant in there to help it slide into place, and a couple of drops of lube at those friction points is recommended by FDez Werx during assembly. But how often are you going to be taking it apart and putting it together? You really don't need to clean it after every range trip. Because the comp is cut directly into the slide and it's not fixed to the end of the barrel like a traditional comp, as the slide reciprocates, you do lose those positive effects when the comp moves past the end of the barrel. Using the ported barrel helps, as the gases can continue to exit from the ports to keep that muzzle down. With that in mind, I haven't experienced any issues with this setup, and the slide has cycled reliably for a couple thousand plus rounds that have been sent down range with this setup. This does come as a strip slide, so you'll either need a slide completion kit, or you can strip your existing OEM slide if you don't have a use for that after getting everything installed. I swapped everything from my OEM slide over to this one, and I am using the OEM recoil spring since people have asked me about that. Sig did create a new extractor for the XMacro, and this is what it looks like for reference, so make sure you have the right one. Now, the last bit of sad news, because this slide is longer than the OEM slide, if you have a closed bottom holster like this Tier 1, you'll have to search for a new holster. I've been using the Shadow AIWB holster from Grayman Solutions. All of their holsters come with an open bottom, which will ensure the slide fits. I absolutely love these holsters, and it's worked great for my XMacro, even with the Wilson Combat Grip module. And if you use the code on the screen, you can save money on shipping costs. Get it shipped for free. If you're looking for some new gear, hit the link in the description for affiliate codes and links. These types of integrated comps have really started taking off, and many firearm companies are offering these as an option right from the factory. Carry comps like this, or the offerings from Radian or Parker Mountain Machine as examples, are becoming more mainstream, and they're becoming easy options, some no longer requiring a threaded barrel. When I first got this, I used the OEM barrel with the XXL slide before putting in the ported barrel, and there's a noticeable difference in the feeling of recoil and muzzle rise. In my opinion, the porting in the barrel does make a difference as well, especially when paired with the comped XXL 2.0 slide. You can just feel it, especially if you spend a lot of time on the range with your OEM XMacro with the factory slide and barrel. With the ports being at the 12 o'clock position on the barrel, you'd think the flash from the gases and flames escaping would be distracting, but you honestly don't even see it. Or at least I don't when I'm on the range. Now, when the sun starts to go down, it's a little bit easier to spot, and if you use this in the dark, you'll definitely notice it. The combination of the comp slide and the ported barrel do seem to come together as a beautiful team to reduce recoil. I've used both 115 grain and 124 grain ammo through this setup without any problems. FDez Werx does recommend 124 grain to 147 grain for best performance, and plus P ammo is okay, but not recommended for regular range use, just to save you on wear. I think these are the future of everyday carry, and I've been saying it for a while. The market really seems to be identifying these trends and capitalizing on the shift in the desires of the consumer and adapting their designs or creating whole new ones. But I'm just some guy on the internet, so leave your thoughts in the comments. So what do you think? Is this a good option for everyday carry? Is it all hype, or is it worth the money? Do you have a comp on your everyday carry? Let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next one.